What's going on, everyone? It's Mike, it's John back again. This is your match reactions. Bournemouth 1, Everton 0. Um, I, that is up there with the absolute worst performance I've seen. Do you know what? Like, all jokes aside, I might say my Everton lifetime. We didn't lay. We didn't even put the gloves on. We didn't even put the gloves on. We were sitting, having our hands wrapped, ready for the fight. We were that poor. Honestly, I can't believe how bad that was. John, please make me feel better, mate. Please.
Mate, the only way we'll feel better was when this manager's gone. And, you know, I've had a few people text me, and you said it as well. He's got to go. We all know that. Do we see this group of new owners pulling the plug? Yeah, I don't. I just don't see it. But if there's any positive we can take from these performances and these results, it's one more nail in his coffin. It's one more boot up his arse closer to the door. Because if this new group of people have got anything about them, they will do the right thing and pull the trigger. Not Monday, not after the Peterborough game, tonight. Because again, you're quite right with what you say. We didn't put a glove on them, and it was a poor game. And we were speaking through the first half more so, and we were like, "This is awful. This is shit." And we were speaking for both teams. But the problem Everton had, if Bournemouth would have stepped it up, Bournemouth were in second gear, Michael, today. Second gear. And the reason why they were in second gear goes back to what I've said on here many, many, many times. The team talk for the opposition will be the same. And what we've seen from Bournemouth today is the same sort of performances we've seen from the likes of Forest, and, in a lot of the games that we've played this season where we haven't put a glove on the opposition, no shots on target, and 15 goals in 19 league games. Now, Dan freaking, if you or anyone from Everton watch this channel, them stats alone should make you realise that this man is no good for our football club. It's now 8 wins in 8 wins in 12 months, plus a week, if you want to be arsey about it. There's certain players there, and I'm going to single them out, and I don't care if I get shot down. Mykolenko, there's talk of him getting another contract. The reason for that is we'll try and get a bit of money for him. Nathan Patterson, please, if you watch this video, Sidibe, please come home. Because I'm telling you now, you are a better player than Nathan Patterson. He was in a Farmers League in Scotland. He's not good enough for League Two. Nathan Patterson is shit. I said to you on a text, I said to Frankie, their goal will come from his side. It did. In a bit of his defence, if I can give him any defence, where the fuck is Mykolenko going? Because again, our fullbacks are getting dragged in, week out. The ball comes over. Mykolenko is closer to Tarkowski, who's got one of their midfielders or their runners. No one's at the back. Mykolenko was fucking nowhere. And again, Doucouré, what the fuck does he offer us? I can't believe he took Mangala off before Doucouré. Mangala wasn't great. Doucouré gives us fuck all. Idrissa Gana guy, for me, a really, really poor game. Give the ball away so many times. We see nothing from our centre forwards. I'm done. I'm at the point now where I'm not even asked if we get beat anymore. I sort of want us to keep getting beat and get the defeats out the way now, where he'll get the fucking boot and this group of people, these new owners, do something about it while we've still got time in our hands, while it's only January. Because these performances that this team and this manager is setting up for this group of players to put in, The longer he does it, and he eats into more games towards the end of the season, the harder it will be for us. Lucky enough, West Ham got absolutely mullered today. I think Southampton have been beat. I think Leicester have been beat. We are in a relegation dogfight, and make no bones about it. If the trigger's not pulled, West Ham are going to sack their manager, so they'll get a new manager bounce. They're not going to go down. Wolves will probably still struggle. We're on a par with we're in the bottom 3 at the minute of the absolute miles away from everybody else worst teams in this Premier League. We're fucking shit.
Oh.
Michael, is not even a positive. You know, you can always say, well, you know, we had a couple of corners. Where the fuck's the dead ball situation's gone? Because they're shocking now. How poor are our corners?
Mate, the work.
How many days did their keeper make?
0.
Mate, he hasn't even got to wash his fucking yellow kit for next game.
Mate, the worst one for me was the one in the first half where they p-roll the ball across the box. The ball goes into the box. Then Decore tries this little dink over the top. He hits the ball far too high up in the air. And you sit there and think, are you a footballer? Look, it's just appalling. And the thing is, right, and this is the frustrating thing for me. We've literally used the same words now for about 5 years, which is, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not bothered anymore. So we are constantly used to feeling like this. And we've now got new owners. And in my opinion, you know, almost forget today. Today, in my opinion, is one of, if not the worst, under Sean Dyche, because we did not lay a glove on them attacking. We didn't lay a single. Well, there was nothing, right? Even if you sit there and argue and go, "Oh, we defended really well for 75 minutes," it means nothing. We were 2-0 up against
We defended well because Bournemouth were in second gear, and do you know if they had to step it up, they were capable of doing it.
Yeah, but my mate, a substitute, I think, for them scored. A substitute for them scored. What did that substitute do? I mean, the one thing I will say, and I'm not going to dig out the young lad Patterson, because I actually thought he tried when he come on. I actually, you know, for 17 years old to come on half time in a Premier League game, couldn't quite believe that substitution. By the way, you know, couldn't quite believe taking. I'm not Lindstrom's biggest fan, but I thought he was. I thought he was all right today, to be honest.
I'll tell you now, mate. I thought the first 20 minutes. I thought Lindstrom was the only player who was showing for us. He was tackling back. He was making himself available for the ball. He was running at their fullback. Something that we've asked for on this channel. Yeah, he did sort of, you know, go missing after about 15. Then he took him off. Telling you now, there's no way on God's given earth was Lindstrom one of the worst players who should have been substituted there. No way. No fucking way. Yeah. No. And then he kicked Mangala off. But he kicked fucking Decore on. Fuck off, Dyche.
So I thought Harrison did all right, but now, in my opinion, right, it's something like 12 days until our next Premier League game, because we've got Peterborough in the middle in the FA Cup, and because it's on a Thursday, we've sort of got this quite extended break. For me, you sack him. You sack him. You sack him today. You sack him today, and you go on the hunt for a manager. And if people say, "Oh, who are you going to bring in for 6 months?" I couldn't care less. I actually couldn't care less, because there's a group of players there that, on paper, in my opinion, are about 14th or 15th in the league on paper. All they need to do is learn how to attack again, you know, play through the channels, not stop this long ball. How many times today? There were stats at half-time. And they were talking about Pickford having to kick the ball something like 21 times long ball. and his accuracy was 20%. Now, that isn't Pickford's fault necessarily. It's because we're not winning the headers at the other end, and it didn't change. The second half was just as bad. There's no Brozier and Calvert-Lewin difference here. They were both shite. So for me, you've got to go back to playing the ball on the deck. And to do that, you need a manager that can do it. And to be honest, I couldn't care less who they bring in. Honest to God, bring someone in from League fucking 2. I don't care. If you
I'm
can
telling you now, I'll sit here and I'll say it on this fucking channel, and you can like it all over, you people who watch me, right, and watch this channel. I'd sack that twat tonight, and I'd have Sam Allardyce at Finch Farm on Monday. And I don't care if you fucking shoot me down and you can say what you want. I'd have fucking Bisto on that fucking training pitch on Monday morning, mate. And I'm telling you, because I'm telling you now, if fucking Sam Allardyce is in charge of this team, we're not putting performances in. We're not fucking scoring 15 goals in 19 games. We're not going on a run where we only win 8 games in 12 months. Sam Allardyce gets more out of this squad. And you can shoot me down because I'm not asked. Sam Allardyce is a far fucking better manager than this twat we've got in charge now. He is.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying he isn't.
The worst manager we've ever had, mate. And I'll tell you now, I seen the fucking Mike Walker days, mate. That was bad. This is worse. This is worse than Rafa. This is worse than Rafa.
So where do we go from here? What do they do if they don't sack him and they just back him? Because this is the thing, right? How can they back him? They can't bring in loans, which means they've got to bring in permanent signings. And why have anyone signed on a permanent when he ain't going to be the gaffer in the summer? And let's be honest, Thelwell probably won't be the director of football. What's the point?
I said to you, I don't see us bringing anyone in while he's here. I don't, because I think already, even though it's been 3 weeks since the Freakins come in, 2 weeks, I think they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, mate. I think the Freakins are stuck. I think they're scared. I don't think, because the thing is, mate, they're going to go to Kevin Thelwell if we sack Sean Dyche and go, right, well, who do we get in? Kevin Thelwell's probably not going to be there. So why is he going to pick a manager? So this is what I'm saying. The Freakins are stuck between a rock and a hard place because you've got a director of football who's going to make the choice or give them ideas on managers when he's probably not going to be there. So they need to be fucking bold. They need to be brass. They need to show us Everton fans that they mean business at the football club that we love. Sack the twat now. Get Thelwell out the door with him and bring Baines in. Bring a director of football in. Give Baines 2 or 3 games. Get a director of football in. Dan Ashworth's out of work. We all know he does a great job. Approach him. We know the Freakins know Dan Ashworth. We know that. We know they rate him. Bring him in, and then you've got fucking 10 days to ask managers who'll come in, give them till the end of the season, and if they're doing a good job and they keep us up and they get us where we think we should be, 14th, 15th, they get a 2-year contract or an 18-month contract, whatever it may be. But the longer it goes on, and I'll go back to what I said before, the games are ebbing away. And there isn't one Everton fan now, and we know there was fans out there who blew smoke up the manager's ass. Even them now, there can't be one Everton fan on this earth who doesn't want this manager out. So if we're all feeling like that, he's lost it. He's lost the dressing room. He's lost the fan base and all this shit in the Daily Mail about the Everton players back him. Well, if you back him, put a fucking shift in for him, because that's bullshit as well. They don't back him. No one backs him. He's ridiculing the players. He threw the players under the bus last week. He ridicules the fans, and he knows his time's up. So do the right thing. If you're not going to get sacked, fuck off out of our club.
I don't think I need to say anything else, mate. I think that's. I think you've nailed it there. Anything just to add on Bournemouth?
No, at the end of the day, mate, you look at the two teams, you look at the two performances. It wasn't a great game. It was a poor game. I think at one point I might have closed my eyes and nodded off. But again, I'll go back to what I said before. Bournemouth were in second gear, mate. They've got a manager there. Tactically, he's aware. Tactically, he's aware what's going on and around the pitch. He's got a group of players who play as a team. They know their positions. They know when to go forward. They know when to defend. They've got a game plan. He makes the right substitutions. We're seeing that with David Brooks coming on and scoring the goal. They've got a good bench. They've got decent individuals who play well as a team. Everything I've just said there, what Bournemouth have got, we haven't got one. Not one of them things I've just said have we got at this football club under this current management and this current squad of players. And there's a lot of teams in the Premier League who aspire to be like Brighton and how they run their club with the directors of football have had. They get their management, the managers they pick, they get that spot on, they bring the right players in, they sell them for big money. Most clubs are aspiring to be fucking Brighton. Today, I'm sitting here now. I'm aspiring to be like fucking Bournemouth with a manager who gets it right. With his team selection, as I said, with his game plan, players who want to play for their manager, players who will play for the fans, players who will play for the shirt, knowing what they're doing. We haven't got any of that at this football club anymore. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we haven't had it. We haven't had it for fucking years. We've had none of that.
I'll ask you one last question. PSR. If Everton we've got to sign players. I mean, it's abundantly obvious. If we've got this group of players and they're trying to play this style of football, which isn't working, we need to sign players or we need to do something. We need to sack the manager. All of this comes down to PSR and costs and how much these things cost. Would you sell Branthwaite just to get through it?
Yeah, let's sell Branthwaite. Yeah, I think I'm not going to sit here and go, he is a saleable asset. We all know he is, and he's the best centre half we've got. He's going to be a future England captain. I think he's a fantastic player. He's a top prospect. But I think he's fell off the fucking cliff the last few weeks. Don't think he's been on it neither. So, for me, centre halves are replaceable. If we've got... But the thing is, you're saying this, and I'll ask you a question. It's all well and good. We have 3 saleable assets at that club. And Jordan Pickford, Branthwaite, and Ndiaye, right? It's all well and good saying, well, if we sell 1, maybe 2 of them, and we bring fucking 60, 70 million quid in, who's this manager going to attract? Because I'm telling you now, we're not going to get decent enough players to get us out this slump, regardless if we sell Branthwaite and Pickford or one or the other. Doesn't matter. That's by the by. Whoever we bring into this club under this, maybe we could have Messi and Ronaldo, and they'd be the 2 of the worst players in the fucking Premier League under this manager. Doesn't matter who we sell. Doesn't matter about PSR. Because while you're playing under this dinosaur, mate, he will make you look fucking average. He will make you look piss poor. And there's managers out there, and we've seen it. There's players there. We know they're better than what they're given. We know there is. We know there's more goals in this team. Not a lot more, because I don't rate the centre forwards. But you, me, and everybody else knows there's more goals than that team in 15 and 19 games. There's more wins in that team than 8 in 12 months. It's all down to him. It's the setup. It's the training. It's the team selections. It's everything. It's on him. 98% of it when we done the match preview, I said was on him. And the other couple of percent was on the players, not giving it all. It's on him. Because I'm telling you now, mate, Sam Allardyce gets more out of that squad of players.
There you go. Guys, we'll try and get together to do a debrief tomorrow. We'll try and sort it out between us. But that has been your very angry match reaction. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And, John, see you soon. Man of the match, give it to Harrison just because he's come on at half time, young lad.
Patterson or Pickford. I think Pickford probably saved. It could have been more than one.
Yeah. Pickford, either or. Yeah. Fine. See you soon. Up the toughies because we're doing so well. Peace.